Next topic is verification and validation of a simulation model. Here, the one of the most important and difficult tasks facing a model developer is verification and validation of a simulation model. Okay, it is the difficult and it is which is also important thing that the model should be verified properly and validated properly. But it is important and difficult task which will be done by the developer is verification and validation of a simulation model. And it is the job of the model developer to work closely with the end users throughout the period. Okay, to do the verification and validation, it is the job of the model developer to work closely with the users throughout the period. Okay, that is like development and validation is to reduce this skepticism and increase the credibility. Okay, and here then the goal of the validation process is to produce a model. Producing a model means that represents the true behavior of the system. Okay, first goal of the validation process is to produce a model. The model will be, it should be like the model should represent the true behavior of the system. Okay, so a model should always represents how the actual real-time system will act, the same way our model also should act. Okay, the goal of the validation process is to produce a model that represents the true behavior of the system closely enough for the decision making purposes. Okay, that is the first goal of validation process. Next goal of validation process is to increase the model's credibility. Okay, to increase the model's credibility to an acceptable level to be used by managers and other decision makers. Okay, to increase the model's credibility is to acceptable level to be used by more managers and other decision makers. Okay, these are the two main goals of validation process. Okay, and validation is an integral part of a model development. Okay. And we'll see here what is the difference between the verification and validation. Verification is building the model correctly is called verification. Building a model correctly is called verification. Correctly implements with good input and output structure is called verification process. Whereas validation process is building the correct model. Okay, building it correctly is called verification process. Building the correct model is called validation process. Okay, it's a accurate representation of the real system that will be checked by using validating the process. Okay, which usually this will be achieved through calibration of a model. So first we'll see what is difference between the verification and validation. Here, the verification and validation process differences are we building the right system right is called verification. Are we correctly building the system is checking that process is called verification process. Whereas validation is, are we building the right system? Are we correctly building the system that checking is called validation process. Okay. Verification is, are we building the system right? And validation is, are we building the right system? Okay, that is the difference between verification and validation. Verification comes first, then we go for validation. Okay, first we'll make sure that we are building the system in proper way. Okay, then we will check for whether we have built the right system or not. Okay, that is validation process. Okay, and it is verification process is, it is the process of evaluating the products of a development phase to find out the whether they meet the specification requirements. Okay, in verification process we evaluate the developed model with the specified requirements in verification. Whereas in validation, it is the process of evaluating the software at the end of the development process to determine that whether the system meets the customer's expectations. Okay, in verification process, we check the system according to the requirement specification, where in validation process, we check the system with customers' expectations. Here, the next difference between the verification process and validation process is objective is to make sure that the product being developed is as per the requirements and design is the verification process objective. Okay, verification process objective is to make sure that the product being developed is as per the requirement and as per the design. Okay, where here we the verification process definition itself says that are we building the system right is called verification process. Whereas validation process objective is to make sure that the product actually meets the user's requirement. Okay, the product actually meets the user's requirement is validation process objective. Okay, next verification process explains whether the outputs are according to the inputs or not. Okay, whatever input we are giving with respect to the input, whether we are getting output or not will be analyzed here in this verification process. Okay, whereas in validation process, the process explains whether the system is accepted by the user. Okay, that means whatever user gives the input, whether the system is providing the what user expected output or not will be done by validation process. Understood, right? The difference between the verification process and validation process. Verification process means is checking are we building the system in proper way or not is called verification process. Whereas validation process is are we building the right system or not? Okay, are we developing a right model or not will be checked by validation process. Okay, that is the difference between verification process and validation process. Okay, usually the verification and validation uh, usually achieved through the calibration of the model. Okay, so first we'll discuss the next topic, we'll discuss that model building, verification and validation. Okay, in this model building, verification and validation process, we have three steps. Okay, in that first step is to model building. Okay, model building is the first step. Okay, in this model building, verification and validation process, first step is model building. Okay, that is observing the real system. How do we build the model first? We'll see the real time system, real system we'll see, and we by observing the real system, we do develop the model of that real system. Okay, so first step is model building. In that, we observe the real system and interactions of components, how the each components are interacted with each other, that will be observed, and collecting the data on its behavior. Okay, when the components interacts with each other, what data is getting generated and how the data is that we need to collect the data on its behavior and take advantage of people with special knowledge. Okay, these are the three things we do when building a model. Okay, next step here is construct a conceptual model. Okay, first we need to construct a conceptual model where assumptions about the components will be done first. Assumptions about the components are made first, and hypothesis on the value of the model input parameters will be done, and then structure of the system will be done in the construct a conceptual model step. Okay, next step is implementation of an operational model using the software. Okay, after doing the model building and constructing the conceptual model, the third step is implementation of an operational model using the software. That is the translation of operational model into a computer recognized form. Okay, computerized model. Okay, it's not a linear process. Will return to step many times while building it. Okay, it is not the linear process. After completion of one step, it will go to second step. It may not go back to previous step. Okay, but here will return many times to the previous step while building and verifying and validating the model. Okay, we'll see this with the diagram. Here, first we'll take observe the real time system, real system, and then we create a conceptual model. Okay, and here in conceptual model, what we do, assumptions on the system components will be done, structural assumptions which define the interactions between the system components, that will be done here in conceptual model creation, and input parameters and data assumptions will be made here in the conceptual model development. Okay, after that operational model will be implemented from the computerized representation of this conceptual model is nothing but the operational model. Okay, here first we need to do the conceptual validation. That time we can go back and see the real time system, observe it again, and again we'll come back to the conceptual model where we do modification to the developed model. Okay, then after creating the conceptual model, then we need to develop a operational model. It's nothing but implementation thing. It's a computerized representation of that conceptual model is operational model. Here we do the model verification. Okay, whether we have done properly or not will be, we can go back to the previous step and we can do check and we can develop it. Okay, this is the diagram for model building, verification and validation process, which is very important. Okay, next topic is verification of simulation models. Okay, verification of simulation models. The purpose of model verification is to assure that the conceptual model is reflected accurately in the computerized representation. Okay, the purpose of model verification is to assure that the conceptual model is reflected accurately on the computerized representation. Okay, that is model verification. Okay, model verification purpose is to assure that the conceptual model is reflected accurately in the computerized representation. We do model verification here. And the conceptual model quite often involves some degree of abstraction about the system operations or some amount of specification of actual operations. Okay, here many common sense suggestions can be given for use in the verification process are: have a computerized representation checked by someone other than its developer. Okay, whatever we implement, that should be checked by other than the development team. Okay, so that is one suggestion. Next one is make a flow diagram that includes each logically possible action a system can take when the event occurs. Okay, so next suggestion is make a flow diagram, and which will represent how, if what is the input, what will be the output will be represented in that flow diagram. Okay, next suggestion is closely examine the model output. Okay, closely examine the model output for reasonable reasonableness under a variety of setting of input parameters. Closely examine the model output. Next suggestion is print the input parameters at the end of the simulation to be sure that these parameter values have not been changed inadvertently. Okay, so next suggestion is to print the input parameters at the end of the simulation. Next suggestion is make the operational model as self-documenting as possible. Okay, make the operational model as self-documenting as possible. If the operational model is animated, verify that what is seen in the animation imitates the actual system. Okay, that is next suggestion. Next one is interactive run controller. Okay, that is IRC or debugger is an essential component of successful simulation model building. An interactive run controller or a debugger is an essential component which will be useful for the simulation model building. Okay, even the best of simulation analysis makes the mistakes, right? We do mistakes that should be debugged and should be rectified. So for that, we need essential component is debugger. Okay, even best of the simulation analysts make mistakes or commits some logical errors will be done. Okay, when while building a model. Okay, that can be overcome by using the debuggers. Okay, debugger is an essential component for successful simulation model building. Next, we'll see here the IRC assists in the finding and correcting those errors in the following different ways. Okay, the IRC is nothing but interactive run controller. Okay, that will be used for finding and correcting the errors in the model building. Okay, here the simulation can be monitored as it progresses by using IRC, interactive run controller. Okay, the simulation can be monitored as it progresses, and attention can be focused on the particular line of logic or multiple lines of logic that can constitutes a procedure or a particular entry. Okay, and values of selected model components can be observed. Values of selected model components can be observed when a simulation has a first or a current value or status of variables or attributes, queues, resources, counters, etc. can be observed here. Okay, next is the simulation can be temporarily suspended or paused, not only to view the information but also to reassign the values or redirect the entities. Okay, for this purpose, we'll be using the interactive run controller while building the model. Okay, while constructing the simulation model, we use interactive run controller for finding and correcting the errors. Okay, and next suggestion here is graphical interfaces are recommended for accomplishing the verification and validation process. Okay, these are the suggestions that can be given for use in the verification process.